Welcome back, everyone. Today we are back on the bad side of two lakes, unfortunately, but oh well. And actually playing a division for the first time once again. The division being 101st Airborne, which is not really an airborne division like we used to in the game. It's more of a helicopter assault division, as it also says here, air assault. Playing against the original Airborne Division, 82nd Airborne, so actually quite a funny matchup. And yeah, it's pretty bad for me in this case, because obviously I don't really have a lot of forward deployed. He has, and I already have the bad side, so I will not be able to contest the right. Oscar is just gone for me. At least that's how I viewed it. So I will need to push through the left side, take control of Zulu, and then either redirect towards Oscar or push through towards Alpha. That was the plan. Now, obviously, it's not entirely true that I don't have any forward deployed. If you watched one of my latest videos, where I also played against 101st, was it the last video? No, it was one of the videos before that. It wasn't the actually last video. Where actually 101st was on the same side, and I was playing the 16th Belgian Tank Division from here, and my forward deployed from there got into this town later than 101st forward deployed deltas. I haven't deployed them yet, so I will show you shortly. I said that in the video there as well, but the deltas have the big advantage that they have a transport, a Humvee Delta, which costs 40 points. So originally nobody took it, but then people realized that the transport is also special forces, which means it has 20% more speed, which means, well, yeah, it's faster. It's 120 kilometers an hour. So you get 2 positions faster than other forward deployed units. So as you can see, that's what I went for. 4 deltas going into the city. I wasn't exactly sure about the timings of where I would get in, and also sightlines in the town are weird. So I didn't want to get sniped unnecessarily by some AT launchers. So you can see I'm still deploying like fairly defensively. But I just wanted to get a foothold in the town. 2 of the AA helicopters. I wanted to try them out because I saw people use them effectively, like a few patches ago. I think at this point somebody used them fairly effectively against me. I still won the game, but they were really annoying sitting in the back, because every time I would want to dive in with my planes, I knew that I would be hit by those helicopters, and diving them with the plane itself is pretty stupid because they only cost 60 points and have AA missiles themselves, and if you have 3 of them together, diving them with one fighter is just suicide, and buying in 2 or 3 fighters to dive all 3 of them at the same time is just a ridiculously high investment. So they can be really, really good. Just have to keep them far enough back. Because I mean, this is only a 4 HP helicopter, so it instantly dies to everything. Well, you can see right side deployment, yeah, fairly weak, so just a sniper in front here to have a early warning system once you want to push through. Reroute the Humvee Recon. I took the one with the AGL, because AGLs are pretty broken right now, into the center. Again, so that I can see when he tries to do some funny stuff over the open. And remember, 82nd has LIVs, so there's still some mechanized play you can do with 82nd. It's just not as much as with the VDV divisions, and the LIVs are super expensive. But it's more than nothing, so you have to take it into account. And then for the right endpoint itself, Papa just a 50 cal Aiming Rifle Dragon and Arrow Stinger. I bring them in this funny little mule with the 50 cal because it costs the same as the Humvee. You can't sell it, but it's an additional 50 cal, so why not? And yeah, then an additional sniper into this building, because I like to have recon information over this area. Can then maybe later move him into this building here as well. Then a third sniper going to the left hand side of the forest. And you can see then I have 3 engineers going into the town. I have an arrow rifle dragon again going to the left for the LAV, 250 cows and the mule Ito, 50 cows deploying in front of the town in case I will have to retreat, and the mule for the right side. And so you can see I am here earlier than him, as expected. So now I can take some good engagements, though unfortunately he unloaded in time, so I wasn't able to snipe him off with my AT launchers, but oh well. Because I mean, in the town fight itself, the deltas aren't as great. You really have to manage your engagement ranges because you want to use your sniper rifle as well. And in fact, he does start with 2 LAVs here, and I was trying to send my Humvee deltas around the flank to, well, flank him. But yeah, obviously running into the LAVs, they're just completely gone, so that's already 120 points down the drain. That was really, really bad. But here the deltas, you can see that's a pretty good engagement range for them, because they can use all their weapons. And the engineers did get into the town. That's also very nice. Critically low, you might have noticed I forgot to start with the command. So that gave my enemy a very, very big tick in the beginning, because he started with 2 commands. So yeah, that was definitely a mistake by me. I should have never done that against an airborne division. You can see here though engagement going fairly well, but then I try to move over the open here and get targeted by the LAVs. So this will be an issue. But I am not letting off my enemy, because I see that I'm doing a lot of damage and I don't want him to get away. I don't want him to be able to repair his units. Though here, yeah, it's really bad because he now has long-range fire support with his LAVs. Also with the Humvee AGL on the right-hand flank, super annoying. So you can see my units are dying right now, which is really bad. OH-58's still shooting in the back. So nice that they haven't been lost yet. But the town fight is... I mean, it's not going bad, I'm killing his units, but the problem is just that my units are also being killed by long-range fire support that I can't do anything about. Big issue being, of course, I only have TOW2s in my infantry tab, that's why I take the mule Ito in the vehicle tab. Which is, might seem weird as to, you know, why I'm not taking the Humvee TOW2. But the thing is, I already have enough TOW2s, and I need something more cost-effective. And the mule Ito, only 55 points. But I mean, with the meta right now, the Ito is more than enough in like 90% of the time. So yeah, that was the idea. He's finally capturing my back zones, but he's already up 400 points. So yeah, I should have started with like at least 1 command. That was a big mistake by me. Gets in his Black Hawk, my OH-58s were slightly out of range. Saved some of my infantry, but I will now need some more supplies. Was moving up my 50 cals here in the hopes of maybe engaging some of his infantry from further away. But he did a smart thing that I didn't think of. He just brought in helicopter infantry, which is obviously a lot faster and without established AA nets at this point. This definitely was the better call. I tried to move my air rifles here forward to catch off his LIVs, but he retreated them already some time ago, so that didn't work out at all. Yeah, waiting for just a support to come in and hoping that he doesn't push through, because right now my infantry is very, very low, and arrow rifles in their Humvee get sniped here. Brought in 1 IP as well, so this will be a big issue for his LAVs. It's pretty expensive though, obviously. So that's the little bit of an issue that I have here. Though in general, I lied to you a little bit. The fact that he has forward deployed is actually kind of bad in this case, because it helped him in the opening, but he only has forward deployed. Means that all of his infantry is all forward deployed. Means that all of his infantry pays the forward deployed tags for the whole game. And that's the big issue with 82nd right now. All their units are way too expensive. Even as forward deployed, they're honestly too expensive. So I know that I will be able to outspam him. Like, his units do basically the same. They're just more expensive, except for the airborne engineers. They're actually a good unit. You can see they're actually the same price, which I didn't know. Though I guess they have like a worse machine gun for close quarters combat, because the way they both have to be stationary to shoot. Okay, that's still weird. But anyway, like all his other units would be more expensive. Just like I can't show you right now. Arrow rifles here are the same units as well as my units. But in general, I know I can outspam him. I have the better fire support because I have the M1 IPs. He only has LIVs, which don't do anything against my tanks. The Sheridans have their ATGM, but it's incredibly bad. Though he has 3 of them here, so those will do something. Oh, another Stinger being put in with the mule. Turn off the M16, so if I'm attack moving to catch off the helicopters, they don't stop to shoot their M16 at some stupid infantry squad that they can't damage anyway, because it's just one rifle. It's not gonna do much. Yeah, so it's just a slow, Jesus Christ, slow grinding match. It's really annoying right now because all my units are dying. Also, I have the better A with the Chaparral. Bit annoying though that I also have the F-15 and the F-4s, just like he has. The difference being that his F-15s have arrows and mine have sparrows. So there again, I'm a bit worse off. But it's kind of fine because I have the better AA in this case. Ground-based AA, that is. And yeah, well, the big disadvantage obviously being also for 100%, I have basically no strike craft, and 82nd gets a lot of them. A helicopter, he brings in his Apache, but well, not only do I have OH-58s, I also obviously have the Apache ATAS. Damn, I missed it in the beginning. He had a Viper, a Viper, Jesus Christ, a Cobra. The AH-1 here, and I quickly rerouted the OH-58s to kill off the Cobra. Damn, didn't show it on camera. Sad, you're just gonna have to trust me. I will show you in the kill list. I'm not lying, I swear. And yeah, here the town fight is going from bad to worse. I repaired all my units, but they're already low again, because he has a lot of stuff in the town as well. It doesn't give me the breeding room, but more importantly, what do? If we are facing an enemy in a grand fight, we buy artillery, and there again, I have an advantage because I have the better howitzers, and I get the kill on his airborne leader. So very, very nice. And they will help me throughout this game with the extra veterancy that makes them absolute killers. Especially the low aiming time is just so nice. But yeah, well, now I will need to get back into the town. That's very important. Killed some vehicles here with the Apache. It will now continue to miss 3 of its Hellfires on this AGL Humvee there. Brought in the DAP as well. Super cool, unique helicopter of the 101st Airborne. It's just an MC Black Hawk with some weaponry. Very nice. And yeah, bringing in now in the, well, it's not the bread and butter of this division, but a very, very cool unit and very dangerous unit of this division, the Green Berets ODA. 14-man Special Forces squad. Like only 2 MGs and a DMR, but that's still good on a 14-man squad and 8 84s. And the Chinook that comes in is also pretty decent. 10 HP, 20% ECM, and a minigun. It actually does something because it's double vet and special forces, so a lot of extra accuracy. And yeah, just more infantry coming in. I'm just forcing the issue. Smoking in here didn't make a lot of sense for me because he doesn't have any long range support. Fire support that is in the town for now, and I have bullied back the LAVs and the Sheridans. So I'm actually kind of fine with engaging him like that. At least that was my fault, but I didn't want to use points to buy in mortars. I used the artillery to kill off the Humvee AGL because it was just giga annoying. And I saw a Stinger in this building here, so I got rid of them. Chinook here repairing all the helicopters. Also, yeah, brought in the quick fix for some extra recon information, more 50 kills, because the 50 kills in the town are obviously dead now. For some additional fire support. And also need just more repairs for all my infantry here in the front. So I would say honestly in general 101st is better than 82nd just because you don't have to pay the forward deploy tax and everything, and you have more tools for fire support. You're missing critically all the bombers. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. Supply gets hit by the stupid Avenger. But that's a trade I'm willing to make, honestly, especially with the LGBs now being nerfed into just nerfed out of existence. I was trying to think of another different words, but yeah, words are hard. English is not my first language. Sorry. And yeah, there, by the way, the mistake I was talking about, pushed the OH-58 too far forward, and it gets sniped by a Stinger. That was bad. But infantry now moving in, really shouldn't have attacked with them. Big mistake by me, just moved them into the city, and he brings in an F-16HG. And this F-16HG has absolutely the best spread I have ever seen in my life. One-shots the Green Berets. Like, mostly when I see those used, I don't play them because they're absolutely shit normally. But when I see them used, they fail to like kill 2-man teams. But here it killed my 40-man Green Beret ODA. So that was a bit triggering. Something hit the UH-60 while it was on the ground. Now I missed it again, so I'm not sure. It got routed, and because it got routed, it took off and flew back, and that's why we got targeted by a Stinger and shot down. So that was super dumb. Eagle tries to gun run the dead, but 20% ECM saving the day. And the Eagle actually gets hit. Not killed though, sadly enough. Bought in a second Abrams. And you can see right now you can't see it, you maybe saw it when I showed you the deck. I'm using one card of upvetted Abrams and one card of unvetted Abrams, inspired by the game I played against 101st, where my enemy was also using them like that. And I think that's actually a pretty good call. I obviously also need a new command, by the way, because I lost my command in the town. Abrams stunning down the TOW-2, very nice, and then again, the super cool targeting system. There's a TOW-2 literally in front of the tank. What does it do? Yeah, retarget on the Stinger. That's obviously way more dangerous right now to do M1 Abrams than like the TOW-2. What the fuck was that, man? The TOW-2 wasn't even super stunned or anything, or like okay, it was stunned, but it didn't take a lot of cohesion damage. So yeah, what the hell, man? That was just ridiculous. Luckily though, I have a second Abrams. Drive it around the flank and get the kill on the TOW-2. Very important to kill those off. Target the Avenger. Unfortunately, he moves it out before the shells land, actually. Abrams here now will be in a lot of trouble from the Fireteam Dragon and the Apache. Using the Fireteam Dragons, I was also thinking about it. I just wasn't particularly happy to play 82nd right now. But I think those can be a good solution to the problem of you not having cheap infantry to spam. They still pose some danger with the Dragon Twos, but because they're only 5 men, they also only cost 45 points. You shouldn't use them in actual infantry fighting, obviously, though, because it's like a 5-man squad. That's like Panzer Grenadier levels of bad. Even though it's still a bit better because it has shock, but I mean, then again, you would only use shock if you are in close quarters fighting, and you don't want to be in close quarters fighting with this unit. So it's a bit weird. Apache 8 is here, by the way, absolutely shredding. Pretty sure it is the one that got the kill on the Command Sheridan and then also got the kill on the Avenger. So, hell yeah. Dab, killing the Fireteam Dragon. Stinger, unfortunately, slightly out of line of sight for the sniper, so didn't see what's going on. But here I got extremely lucky, and the Stinger just kept missing. Once in my lifetime, ECM actually did something. And now the Apache finishing off this Fireteam Dragon with its 30mm gun. Once it actually hits. I mean, it's completely stunned, so it's fair enough. Finally done. And you can see more units moving into the town. I brought in the other special unit I have, the Aero Rifles 84. 13-man unit with 3 machine guns and 84s. Can only be brought in Chinooks, so pretty expensive, but still just a very, very potent squad. Another Cobra going down to my Stingers. A-10 also getting killed by both Stingers and the OH-58. Quick fix though dies. That's very sad. Here, still, I just can't get enough supplies to repair all my stuff. But I have a foothold in the town, so that's good. Pushed the mules a little bit too far forward to move them more around like here. I keep underestimating their range because they look so shitty, but I mean, still a 50 cal has exactly the same range as a lot of 50 cals. Artillery doing good work in the town, but he has a lot of units in the town right now, so I need to get more support in, though 2 engineers are already on their way. If I would have had those 2 units as well, you know, would have been really helpful. But I'm just running out of supply here as well, and I mean, I have turned off my fuel, so this is just the repairs from ammunition, well, and repairs. Is using all of the supply up. That was really bad, because you can see we're already like 60 minutes in, and he's 1,300 points ahead. That's not good. Capturing this back zone obviously will put me at a +4, but he still has a big advantage, and I wasn't sure whether a +4 would even be enough once I would be able to push through here, if I would even be able to push through here. Brings in another F-16 bomber. I hoped that I would be... I hopped out of the building in time, but unfortunately he still managed to get me, and all 3 Stingers missed. Lol. What the fuck? This one misses as well. But for now at least I have a foothold in the town again. Brought in the Aero Engineers. Very nice, beefy command squad with 12 men. And also has a flash, so you can actually use it for some combat as well, if you want to. Everything just missing the eagle. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Well, what's going on? It flew over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 AA units. And all missed. After they all missed the F-16 HE, so yeah. Absolute horseshit. But what's not horseshit is the fact that I have now pushed him out of the town. Now I'm obviously facing all his fire support again, but that doesn't matter that much because I have 2 Abrams up, which again need repairs because of course they need repairs. And you can see I was floating a few points. So 2 more tanks and a lot of infantry coming in, and well, because I have pushed him out of the town, I now can focus all my efforts on the forest here. LGB comes in again, everything misses. What the hell? Jesus Christ. This thing has 70% accuracy. Because it's vetted up and gets the extra veterancy from the commander. What the hell, man? Delta unloads in time, even though the Sheridan missed anyway because it's a Sheridan. Finally see his LRS. And still some units coming into the town, because obviously I don't want to lose the town now. And more Airborne Engineers coming in. That's a big problem. For the units on the front line here, also especially because this aero rifles burned in the building. I was bombed out, that's why they burned. But yeah, it's not that big of an issue actually, because I still have 2 squads sitting in the back here. I mean, one of them is the command squad, and 2 more squads coming in. Obviously I have helicopters, 2 squads being finally repaired back here, coming into the town as well. And now I will put a lot of pressure on him from the left-hand side. And from all the points that he used, I can assume that this will be pretty empty, because he has about a lot air assets, a lot of them, and there's a lot of infantry being going into the city, which, as I said, I know is very expensive. Several tanks, LAVs, ATGMs. He also wasted a bunch of his helicopters. So, and also AA pieces. Like, he's lost 2 or 3 Avengers at this point. His Apache actually even vetted up, because I got so many kills, but unfortunately the F-15 gun runs it down. Though I get 1 F-15 finally in return. But yeah, well, either way, I know that we are very low on stuff on the ground at this point, because I killed a lot of stuff. 2 more Green Berets were being called in for the city fighting, but now obviously, I mean, I have won the city pretty decisively, so I will reroute them to the left side and deploy them into the forest, where they will be absolute monsters. Brought in also the second quick fix for some additional recon information, and here is moving the tank up across the open because I know that he can't have anything to respond to that. AT plane could be coming in, but I took the risk because all of those tanks still have the smoke available. And yeah, that's why I'm buying in the chaparrals now. I also still have 2 stingers here. 1 stinger died to one of the engineers, I think. But still, yeah, 2 stingers, OH-58. Apache 8 has unfortunately died. Oh, really sad. Sorry, I had to sip some more water. And I really want to win this game because, as you might have noticed, my enemy has the name of a Nazi ace. And I'm not a big fan of Nazis, you know. Not saying that he is one, but I'm also just not a big fan of people glazing those people. That being in World War II, Nazi Germany. Like, well, all those ace bullshit is just, yeah, it's just bullshit, it's just propaganda. All of those aces that you know from Reddit posts or something, or NTV history. Is NTV even a thing outside of Europe? I don't know. It's like a news channel that also does some if I don't want to call it documentaries, but they are kind of documentaries in the evening and the night. And they will tell you a lot about Nazi aces, but aces in general is just a bullshit propaganda concept. Again, there were people that get more kills than others, but most of the time those were just propaganda, used for propaganda purposes. My F-15 coming in, missing his F-16. Getting a kill on the F-16HE though, oh that's nice. And because he called in his AIT plane too late, my tanks were able to get into the forest line, and then on its way back the F-15 kills the F-16AT actually. So that's very nice. And yeah, well, I was completely correct, there's nothing here. There were only 2 stingers that honestly stood no chance against all this. He brings in his LGB against my tanks, which makes no sense at all. Especially because he blind fires it into the forest. Even if he would have seen them, he wouldn't have been able to kill it. Or maybe if he targets the half HP one, he might be able to kill it, but he doesn't even do that, and yeah, does nothing. Oh, well, I mean, he does damage, but that doesn't help him, because I will just repair them up. Also bought in an M1IP command, just driving in because there's nothing here, and also like there's only 17 minutes left, so I need to get going as quickly as I can. Getting hit on the F-15, so this will be out for some time. That gets hit though in the process, so need to retreat and repair it. Houses were out of action because they were out of ammo, and I mean also the grind fight in the town ended, so there weren't really any targets. I spotted some vehicle here, so I thought I might quickly target it down. Unfortunately, he unloaded it just in time, but I saw that he unloaded it into the building next to where I was shooting anyway, so I just execute a command to also shoot on the building to kill off this TOW2. Not that I'm gonna attack there, but you know, if you spot a TOW2, you might as well kill it off, and there's nothing here to kill. But yeah, well, anyway. Aces are bullshit, and I just don't like people having the names of Nazi aces everywhere. Yeah, not all of them are Nazis, but let me tell you, as somebody who played a lot of Hearthfire 4, a lot of them also are, like unironically Nazis. So yeah, it's pretty bad. And after all the recent political events, I wasn't feeling like giving those people the benefit of the doubt. So fuck them. And now I'm at a +4. I was worried that I wouldn't be able to win just with a +4, because I am not like 100% sure on timings and stuff like that. But then I looked at the timer that is now obviously ticking, and so that I will actually win by points before the game ends, so should be no problem. So I will just need to defend here, and also defend the back zone as well. The city is pretty well defended, but I mean he still could try some funny memes into the back zone going through here, because like this is obviously pretty much completely undefended. And that would be pretty annoying. But for now, he's trying to get back control of the forest, but your engineers won't do shit in the forest. That's where you would need napalm, which most people don't take with the US because the engineer flashes are just so brittle with only being a 5-man squad. Maybe I will kill the LAV, or will it line of sight again? He smoked just in time. But then he drove into it again, and then the Abrams just missed. Bruh. Will it hit the last shot? Yes. Okay. That's fine. I can live with that. Buying in a second Eagle because we are pretty close to his spawn, and that means that his aircraft also will be coming in pretty quickly, and I don't want to die to air spam. Also why I'm buying in the second 8 is now all my OH-58s are dead, but I mean they did their job mostly. They killed several helicopters and got a few hits and even killed some planes, I'm pretty sure, so that's okay. And I still have the 2 chaperones in the back here. Was seeing some LAVs here because I pushed forward the Delta, and yeah, quickly targeted down with my howitzers because there's just nothing else for them to shoot at, and getting rid of the LAVs is always nice because they're just annoying. They're not very good, because for 100 points they are a little bit overpriced in my opinion. Shouldn't be too cheap. We had a meta where they were too cheap and this was giga annoying. But at 100 points at 3 per card, they are just... Like, the division is already struggling with being way too expensive. They don't need the only mechanized aspect you have to be even more expensive, because the Sheridan doesn't count as mechanized for me. It's just such a useless piece of shit. It's actually insane. It literally can't do anything. Meanwhile, VDV gets mechanized forces out the ass, and BMDs and everything. He brings in his LGB again, does nothing, gets shot at by the chaparrals, hit and killed, and then he surrendered because there was pretty much no way back for him. And you can see the KD was super bad for him because 82nd just cannot trade up. It's so hard. 82nd, I think, is still decent against heavy tank divisions, but it's the same problem as I always say, nobody plays heavy tank divisions anyway. Like, what are you countering with your TOW2s? Nothing. Cheap BMDs most of the time, or BMPs, if you're lucky. And in this case, like, the only thing I have are M1 IPs, and he wasn't even really able to target them because he was too busy trying to kill my infantry in the town, which is fair. But yeah, that's what I said in the beginning. I did kill the Cobra, I swear, with the OH-58. Other than that, though, obviously the beginning, really getting off to a slow start. Pushed him out of the town, but then got pushed out of the town myself, and then had to rebuild. But air engineers here doing a really nice job. And this is the Apache A-test that even managed to vet up, getting all those kills. And that's the thing. Like, those are just shitboxes, the Sheridans. They're still worth, I think, what, 110 points for giving you literally nothing. It's just absurd. And then obviously killing an Apache in return, also super, super nice. Howitzers, decent job. Well done by them. Dap didn't get that many kills, but just nice support asset. Humvee AGL getting 3 squads, Jesus Christ, I didn't even notice that. And yeah, well, in general, just it's so much better to trade with 101st against 82nd than it is the other way around. Yeah, OH-58 getting the Eagle absolute madman. Because you don't pay the forward deploy tax on all your units. And yeah, Eagle killing 2 F-16s towards the end. Also definitely helpful. F-16AT could have completely wrecked my day. Because I mean, I could have smoked in time, but he still could have gotten like 1 Abrams, depending on how quickly I could have gotten off the smoke. It's a bit weird sometimes. LAVs in the beginning were definitely an issue, but other than that, nothing. The Avengers were also very annoying because he was moving them back and forth, sniping a bunch of my helicopters. So not very cool. F-16HE sniping the Green Beret ODA. That was really salty about that. Like, come on, man. I have never seen an F-16HE kill anything, and then it kills my Green Berets. Ugh, man, come on. But yeah, well, other than that, it's just 82nd is just struggling right now. It's too expensive. 101st is also a little bit too expensive in a few places, but it's like it's not as bad as 82nd is. And 101st is honestly struggling more with the fact that it only has TOW2s in its infantry tab. But yeah, well, definitely cool experience to play 101st for the first time and grind out the win. Maybe we'll play it a bit more in the future. Let's see what it will bring. And yeah, I hope you liked the video, and Hope to see you in the next one as well. Until then, I wish you a beautiful beautiful day. Damn, fucked up the ending. And until then, bye bye.